Do you know what to consider when taking on a garage conversion? Stick around because in this video I'll explain all the things that you need to know. Let's get into it. Garage conversions don't tend to need planning permission, but if you change the look of the property, live in a conservation area or an area of natural beauty, you should double check with your local planning department. You may not need planning permission, but garage conversions definitely need building regs. You'll need to appoint a building control provider. You can choose between local authority or an approved inspector. Let me know in the comments who you prefer. When converting a garage, you have to insulate the floor. Depending on floor heights and how much you have to play with, you might consider insulation then screed or go with a timber floor. For both options, you need to fit a DPM. Garage floors are often sloped, which stops you being able to fit the full depth of 150mm PIR that building control desire. In this case, you should try and fit in as much insulation as possible. If you're building a dwarf wall to replace the garage door, you can potentially build off the existing slab, if it's 150mm thick or greater. You can check this by drilling the slab in the middle of the opening. If it's not 150mm, then you can either put in a new footing or install a concrete lintel to span the opening and build off that. You'll need to insulate the walls if they aren't already insulated. Build a stud wall internally and leave an air gap behind. Insulate this with 75mm between the studs and 25 over the face. Insulating the roof of a garage conversion depends if it's a warm roof or a cold roof. Cold roofs with a roof void will need 400mm of loft roll with layers laid at 90 degrees to each other. A flat cold roof needs 125mm PIR between the joists with 25 under. There needs to be a 50mm air gap above the insulation and all joist runs must be vented. A warm roof needs 150mm PIR on top of the joists, sandwiched between 18mm ply. To retrofit a warm roof, the existing roof covering should be removed. If it's an integral garage, then you'll need to fit sound insulation between the joists. If a portion of the garage is being retained, then FD35 door needs to be installed with a self-closer. When fitting a window, it's best practice to fit a window suitable for means of escape, along with escape hinges. This way you won't have to go back and retrofit if the inspector deems it needs one. Now you know what to consider when undertaking a garage conversion. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos.